Don't say it couldn't happen here. You hear nothing, and those who speak out, they disappear. You hear nothing of these men without soul. Vampires can hold burning coal. The will is strong, but their skin is cold. Oh, how they wear their crown in the tunnels deep under Boris Town. Well, the end to them justifies the means, and they build their life on children's broken dreams. They say they care, they're not what they see. Vampires can hold burning coal. The will is strong, but their skin is cold. Oh, how they wear their crown in the tunnels deep under Boys Town. Well, they're on the edge of Boys Town, and they're circling above the law. Well, Christ knows what they feel inside, if they feel anything at all. But their backs now, they are broken, or will the word get out? Say it couldn't happen here. You hear nothing, and those who speak out, they disappear. You read nothing about these men.
There are two key elements in this story that I think most of you in this room will recognise straight away. One is the sickening and harrowing treatment dished out to defenceless victims. The other is the indifference and the collaboration of the authorities afterwards. And in this particular case, we believe it takes this to the very top of the government in Scotland. It goes that far. Mark told me that this was a story that would go round the world. This is one of the worst stories I've ever heard. But I know there are other cases in Scotland concerning paedophilia that we're looking into as well. And of course the level of corruption by the authorities made this doubly appalling. Now, this went on for about 6 weeks. We had lots of discussions with the BBC team, and everything was set to go. On the 10th of June 2009, I received a call from a distraught Mark Daly. And he said, Robert, he said, I'm sorry, I've got some really bad news for you and Anne and Holly. And I said, well, what's that, Mark? He says, we can't do the programme. I said, what do you mean you can't do the programme? You said, you even got in writing that you're going to do the programme. Well, how can it be? He says, I can't talk about it, he says, but we were threatened. We've been told we cannot not only do Holly's story, but we can actually do no more investigations into any stories concerning paedophilia in Scotland. If we do, we will be sacked. The three of us, that is Mark Daly, Cathy Long from BBC Radio Scotland, and Liam McDougall of Panorama. We will be sacked. I said, Mark, you can't allow this to happen. He said, well, we fought our corner. He said, we believe the story. It's absolutely 100%. But that is what we were told. So I said, Mark, who told you this? I said, who told you? And what kind of person would want to prevent a story like this coming out? So terrible. This sweet little girl and a lot of other, and 7 other child victims that we knew about. Who would actually want to stop this story coming out? He says, I can't tell you, Robert. He says, I can't talk to you anymore. He says, I can't tell you. He says, we'll all be sacked. So, the Lord Advocate of Scotland has lied and lied again, and we can prove that. The rest of the case is going to be hard to get at, because every obstruction is going to be placed in our way. But we've already established that the Lord Advocate, the head of all criminal prosecutions in Scotland, has lied. She's lied to the people of Scotland about her involvement in this case. There's no question about that. And if the Scottish Government were not corrupt, she would have been dismissed a long time ago. Now, not only myself, but a team of very hard-working, highly intelligent and competent people in Scotland who can't be named at the present time, have also been working very hard with me and with my clients on this case. And between us, we have established that the police did not interview a single named person other than Holly. And Holly named 24 people, as I could hear of, on the 8th of September in Shrewsbury. 16 abusers and 7 victims other than herself. 8 victims, she was one of them. 7 other child victims. So the police, Grampian Police, could not be bothered to interview a single member of the people who've been named.
Good afternoon, Grampian Police, Neil speaking.
Hello, can I speak to Chief Constable, please?
Yes, can I ask what it's in connection with?
Yes, Robert Green.
Right, okay, can I ask who's calling?
No. Well, you can ask.
Okay, right, just bear with him a second.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I've got a statement to read to you then.
Oh, okay.
It is that I'll provide the following information to you. Once the information has been provided, the call will be terminated. I cannot confirm